Facebook chief Mark Zuckerberg will appear before the United States Congress after repeated calls for him to testify. CNN Money cites Facebook sources saying Zuckerberg has come to terms with the fact that he will have to testify before Congress within a matter of weeks because the pressure has become too intense to justify anything less. It adds Facebook is planning the strategy for his testimony. Google CEO Sundar Pichai and Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey are expected to follow Zuckerberg's lead if he testifies before Congress. Senator Chuck Grassley earlier officially invited the three to a hearing on data privacy on April 10. Zuckerberg on Tuesday turned down a request from British lawmakers to answer questions on Facebook's privacy practices and will send one of his two deputies instead. This development comes as Facebook faces backlash over the use of 50 million user data in political campaigns. Facebook insists it did not know data taken from its site were being used by a British company, Cambridge Analytica. Cambridge Analytica worked on United States President Donald Trump's election campaign. President Rodrigo Duterte orders the police to arrest manufacturers and sellers of fake medicines. Duterte's order comes after the Food and Drug Administration warned the public against counterfeit biogesic paracetamol 500 mg tablets. Presidential Legal Counsel Salvador Panelo says makers and sellers of fake medicines can be charged with economic sabotage because of the impact of the sale of such counterfeit products on consumers and the pharmaceutical industry. He adds such practices also weaken the national economy by hitting a large-scale industry. Panelo also says almost half of the out-of-pocket medical expenses of Filipino households is for medicines. The Philippine National Police says the Philippine National Police Academy beatings violate the Anti-Hazing Act. PNP spokesperson John Bulalakaw calls a video clip of a PNPA beating that supposedly happened in 2017 pure and simple maltreatment activity. Bulalakaw says the Philippine Public Safety College should initiate the investigation because it manages the PNPA. PPSC President Ricardo De Leon says they have formed a special board of inquiry to probe the 2017 beatings. A probe into the 2018 PNPA graduation mauling, which sent 6 fresh academy graduates to the hospital, is also ongoing. 2 victims decided to file a criminal complaint against 9 underclassmen belonging to the PNPA batch 2019. One of the 2 complainants, Police Inspector Ilam Lambenesio, was spotted in the 2017 beating. Lambenesio was identified by a source as one of the cadets hitting an upperclassman. Legendary police intelligence officer Bugi Mendoza dies of a heart attack on Wednesday. He was 64. Mendoza is one of the Philippines' best spies against communist guerrillas. He dies on the eve of the founding anniversary of the Communist New People's Army, the rebel army that he fought in his entire career as an intelligence officer. Mendoza is also regarded as the father of counterterrorism investigation in the Philippines after key intelligence work foiled a terrorist plot to kill Pope John Paul II in Manila in 1995. The Bojinka plot of 1995, which also involved blowing up airplanes, turned out to be the test run for foreign terrorists in the 9/11 attacks. Mendoza was also instrumental in the discovery and study of the Raha Sulaiman movement, which was linked to Southeast Asia terror organization Jemaah Islamiyah. Kim Jong-un meets Chinese President Xi Jinping, his first ever foreign trip as North Korea's leader. Chinese and North Korean state media on Wednesday confirmed the meeting, but it's unclear when it exactly happened. Kim was reportedly treated to a lavish stay in a show of unity after relations were battered by Beijing's support of UN sanctions against Pyongyang. Xinhua News says Kim told Xi he was ready to meet South Korean President Moon Jae-in and United States President Donald Trump. North Korean state media says Xi also accepted an invitation from Kim to visit Pyongyang. Kim says, quote, "The issue of the nuclearization of the Korean peninsula can be resolved if South Korea and the United States respond to our efforts with goodwill, create an atmosphere of peace and stability while taking progressive and synchronous measures for the realization of peace." Analysts say Xi likely wanted to see Kim to ensure North Korea does not cut a deal with Trump that hurts Chinese interests. Trump is expected to meet Kim in May.